How to sew the papaya top. To start, take your back piece and place it on top of your front piece and sew along the side seams. Do the same with your lining. This pattern has 3/8 seam allowance, so when you're sewing, if you're using a serger, you'll want to cut off 1/8 while sewing. Take your lining and place it inside of the self and sew along the neckline, the underarms, and the back neckline, making sure to leave the strap platforms open. Once you're done with this, you will apply elastic to those edges. Make sure to apply the elastic on the self side of the seam so that the elastic turns properly to the inside and it's flipped right sides out. Once the elastic is applied, flip the piece right sides out and set aside for later. Now it's time to make the straps. Take your cross grain strip and fold it in half and sew, then apply elastic to the seam. Take a loop turner or a safety pin and turn your straps right sides out. Using the chart that's in the PDF pattern, cut 2 straps to the correct length for your size and then insert the straps into the strap platform. Once the straps are put in, the next step is to sew the underbust seam. This step can be kind of tricky, so I've slowed the video down. At the side seam, in one hand hold the self and the other hold the lining. Then take the rest of the garment and place it in between the side seams and then close the two around the entire swimsuit. Then you're going to sew around, and as you're sewing, just keep pulling it out and following along the seam. This is kind of tricky. You're basically engulfing the entire swimsuit inside of itself, and if done right, when you're done, you'll pull it out. When you pull it out, the whole swimsuit will be clean finished. When you're done, just clip a hole into one of the lining side seams just so you can pull everything through. Sew a gathering stitch between the 2 notches at the center front cups on either side. Then gather that up to the designated size on the chart in the PDF pattern instructions. Although the gathers won't be visible on the final garment when it's worn, they're very helpful in adding a good amount of fullness to the cup, which allows for a more comfortable and supportive fit. Once you're done gathering, you're going to apply elastic to the underbust seam. Once you're done applying the elastic, you're going to pull the top right side out through the hole in the lining side seam. Then the last thing to do is just to close up that hole. So take the seam allowance, tuck it inside, pinch the seam together, and then just stitch over top of the opening with a straight stitch. And then you're all done. This pattern is available in our Etsy shop as well as the shop on our website. Happy sewing, everyone!